I just remember growing up always knowing I wanted to be a teacher, and it started with teaching the neighborhood 3-year-old in the shed out back. I was, I guess, maybe 9 and she was 3, and I would teach her everything I learned in school, everything. And I just remember feeling very fulfilled when I taught her how to make a 5-point star, and she went around her parents' house and drew it in markers all around the walls. You know, she got in trouble, but I felt really good about it. So I think it's just something I've always known I wanted to do.
It did not take me long at all to realize Miss McWilliams was not only a fantastic teacher, but also a leader among the teachers. When you do go by her classroom or come into her classroom, she sets up an environment where learning is just exciting and fun and engaging.
She's so creative and very fun and outgoing when she teaches us. You know, it makes the class much more enjoyable.
My students started decorating the ceiling based on the literature that we were reading or some of the class discussions, and this ceiling has evolved over the last 5 years. We've run out of ceiling tiles to decorate. The others won't pop up. You know, they don't understand why I have a severed arm hanging from the wall or rats on that wall. Throughout the year, each of the tiles starts to make sense, and by the end of the year, everything makes sense. So I can use it as a tool that way.
I would be like, hey, Ms. Williams, I need help with my essay. She's like, okay, just meet me after school. And she's really busy a lot. Like, she does so much. I don't know how she has time to stay after school with us and help us with our stuff, but she does.
Since like the day I met her, I trust her. I knew there was something different about her than other teachers. And it's just like an energy about her. It's just, you just believe everything she says. And then in knowing that she believed in me, it helped me with that extra push.
She is our Building Better Relationships coach, and other teachers do come to her when they meet some challenges that they're facing. So she does, she has the respect of the administration, she has the respect of her own students, but above all, when your peers put you above the rest, you know that you're good.
I feel that, although I don't think anybody could ever really be prepared to be a teacher, that first year, because you learn so much on the job. But I think as much as a teacher preparation program can prepare you, they did just that, with the experiences I had observing, with student teaching, with, doing 30-minute lessons in Conroe, the small classes, the one-on-one I felt that we had with the teachers. Interestingly, she's at Sam Houston State University, and her name is Dr. Patricia Williams, and she was my professor as an undergraduate, and since then our relationship has grown from, professor-student to colleague to friend and beyond, and I think that I've really modeled my teaching life after her. I just had an all-around great experience, and I appreciate all the opportunities that Sam Houston's given me too. I feel like maybe if I went to a larger school that I wouldn't have had that many opportunities that you get from, being close with your professors and with the staff and the community.
She's probably the best teacher I've ever had. She's kind of pushed me more into wanting to go into becoming a teacher myself. Like, I was iffy about it at the beginning of the year, but now that she's had such an impact on me, I want to be able to have the same effect on people.
She makes it extremely relevant for the students. She creates an environment where the students are pulling information out for themselves, and then she's just coaching and confirming that information. She truly has those skills of a master teacher.
I was teaching 8th grade journalism at Mance Park Middle School in Huntsville, and there was a student who was lying on the floor, and I remember she said, "Don't mess with him, and he won't mess with you." And so I thought that was kind of odd, but over the week I got to know the students a little bit more, and I realized that this student, who was 16 in an 8th grade class, was really smart, and he loved to read books of his own choice, and he carried on adult conversations, compared to his peers. I mean, even beyond what a normal 16-year-old, would say. And I realized that he had a lot of potential, and I wanted him to fulfill it. So I had this great idea. I would make him the editor of the newspaper, and we hadn't had a newspaper to my knowledge up to that point. So we put together the first newspaper, and since he had that leadership role, he really blossomed and he brought his 0 average up to a 90. His grades in his other classes started to improve. He started to dress better. He was kind of a little slovenly. I think he probably dabbled in a little bit of drugs and seemed to have stopped that by the end of the year. And he produced a really nice paper. And he went on to high school. And I don't know really what happened to him in high school, but he ended up dropping out. But at age 20 or 21, he committed suicide. And And that really, really affected me because I saw the difference that I made because I believed in that kid. And I think that experience caused me to continue teaching when sometimes I may have pursued something else instead. I always think back to Ryan and those differences that we make that sometimes we don't even know about until much later. And he also caused me to pursue further education. I'm working on a doctorate focusing on gifted and talented education because I really feel that he was one of those unidentified GT kids whose social and emotional needs in particular weren't met. And I want to continue to meet them, and learn how to best do that. So.